struggling with stubborn belly fat after 50, you're not alone, and it's not your fault. But here's the secret: one simple exercise, just a few minutes a day, can help flatten your waistline, boost strength, and keep you feeling young and energized. When we hit our 50s, one of the biggest frustrations people share with me is that belly fat seems to have a mind of its own. You could be eating the same meals you did in your 30s, moving about the same, and yet the scale creeps up and your waistline feels tighter. That's not just in your head, it's biology at work. As we age, our metabolism naturally slows down, meaning our bodies don't burn calories as quickly. Hormonal shifts, especially in women after menopause and men experiencing lower testosterone levels, also make it easier for fat to store right around the midsection. On top of that, muscle mass slowly declines unless we're actively working to maintain it. And since muscle is the engine that helps burn calories even at rest, less muscle equals fewer calories burned, which can add up over time. Now, let's be real, life in America doesn't make it easy either. Many of us spend long hours at a desk job or behind the wheel, and even if you're retired, modern convenience often means less movement. Think about it: groceries delivered, long hours sitting at the computer, evenings winding down in front of Netflix. Add in the stress factor, work deadlines, financial worries, or even family responsibilities like caring for aging parents or helping with the grandkids, and that stress hormone cortisol loves to encourage belly fat storage. It's no wonder so many people over 50 feel like they're fighting an uphill battle. But here's the thing: you're not powerless in this process. Once you understand why belly fat sticks around after 50, you can tackle it with the right strategies. And the good news, you don't have to spend hours on the treadmill or starve yourself with fad diets. In fact, the solution can be as simple as adding a smart, targeted exercise that reactivates your core, boosts your metabolism, and trains your body to burn energy more efficiently. That's what makes the move I'm about to show you so effective. It goes right after the root of the problem, not just the surface. So instead of feeling frustrated every time you look in the mirror or step on the scale, imagine feeling confident again when you button your jeans or when you catch your reflection and notice your posture looks stronger. This is about more than looks. It's about energy, independence, and showing yourself that even after 50, your body can still respond, adapt, and thrive. Stick with me, because in just a moment I'll show you the exercise that could be your new daily tool for fighting belly fat head on. One of the biggest secrets to melting belly fat after 50 is understanding that not all exercises are created equal. A lot of people think endless sit-ups or crunches are the way to go, but here's the truth: those moves mostly target surface muscles, and they don't really touch the deep core or change the way your body burns fat. The exercise I'm talking about today is powerful because it does something most workouts miss. It recruits multiple big muscle groups at once, and that's the key. When you bring more muscles into the game, you don't just burn calories while you're moving. You raise your metabolic furnace, so your body keeps burning even after you've finished. That's what makes this move so different from traditional ab exercises that leave you disappointed. Think about it this way: if you're just doing crunches, you might feel the burn in your abs, but it's a very isolated effort. Now compare that with an exercise that forces your core, thighs, glutes, and stabilizers to fire all at once. That's like flipping on multiple engines in your body instead of just one little motor. It's efficient, it's smarter, and it's exactly what you need if you want to see progress without spending hours sweating in a gym. And here's another big bonus: this type of full-body activation improves posture and balance, which means you're standing taller, moving easier, and even protecting yourself from falls as you age. That's health and fat loss working together. Let's get practical. Imagine you're someone with a busy American lifestyle. You've got errands to run. Maybe you're helping out with the grandkids or still working long days at the office. You don't have 2 hours to waste at the gym, and honestly, you shouldn't need to. This exercise is efficient enough that even 5 to 10 minutes a day can make a noticeable difference. It's like trading in a gas-guzzling car for a fuel-efficient hybrid. You're getting more out of the energy you put in. And unlike exercises that require fancy equipment or a personal trainer hovering over you, this move can be done in your living room, at the park, or even in your office during a break. The best part is that this isn't about punishing your body with grueling routines. It's about teaching your body to move the way it was designed to move, to wake up those muscles that aging and sitting have turned off, and to use them in a way that directly supports your health goals. This is why so many people over 50 who start adding this one daily exercise are shocked at how quickly they notice changes. Not just in their waistline, but in their energy, their confidence, and even their mood. Because when you feel strong from your core, it shows up in every part of your life. Another powerful reason this exercise works so well for melting belly fat after 50 is because of how it reignites your metabolism from the inside out. One of the biggest frustrations I hear from people in their 50s and beyond is, "Coach, I'm eating the same way I always have. I'm moving like I used to, but the belly fat just won't budge." And that frustration is real, because what's happening isn't laziness or lack of willpower, it's biology. As we age, our metabolic rate naturally slows down, meaning our body doesn't burn calories as efficiently as it once did. That's why the same sandwich or slice of pizza that never showed up on your waistline in your 30s can feel like it sticks around now. Here's where this exercise makes a real difference. Unlike small, isolated movements, this one taps into your body's biggest calorie-hungry muscles, your legs, hips, glutes, and core. Think of them as your metabolic engines. When you activate them together, even for just a few minutes, you create a chain reaction. Your heart rate rises gently, your muscles demand more oxygen, and your body responds by burning more fuel not just during the exercise, but for hours afterward. This is what fitness experts call the afterburn effect. And it's like giving your metabolism a little daily reset button. Instead of relying solely on strict diets or endless cardio sessions, you're building a body that naturally burns more energy throughout the day. Picture a typical American day. You've got a quick breakfast on the go. Maybe you're sitting in traffic, working long hours at a desk, and by evening you're exhausted. That cycle doesn't exactly set your metabolism up for success. But when you carve out just a small window of time for this movement, even while watching TV or before dinner, you're starting that metabolic fire. Suddenly you notice your energy is steadier, your clothes fit a little better, and you don't feel as sluggish after meals. It's not magic, it's simply your body working the way it was designed to when you give it the right signals. And here's another benefit people don't always talk about. This kind of metabolic boost doesn't just help with fat loss, it helps with daily function. When your metabolism is running more efficiently, you're not dragging yourself through the afternoon with a cup of coffee in hand just to stay awake. Instead, you've got a little extra spark. That spark means you can play with your grandkids, walk around the block after dinner, or enjoy your hobbies without feeling drained. Over time, that daily consistency adds up, not only to a slimmer waistline, but to a healthier, more energized version of yourself. One of the most underrated benefits of this exercise after 50 is how much it strengthens and stabilizes your core, and not just for looks, but for everyday life. Let's be real. Belly fat is the reason a lot of people get started with exercise in the first place. They want to feel more confident in their clothes, see less bulge around the midsection, and feel lighter on their feet. But what often gets overlooked is that a strong, engaged core is about so much more than aesthetics. It's about keeping your body moving safely and efficiently as you age. Think about how many little movements in a day depend on your core. When you bend to pick up a grocery bag, when you twist to grab something out of the back seat of your car, or when you're shoveling snow in the winter, your core is at the center of all of it. If it's weak, not only do you move less effectively, but you put unnecessary stress on your lower back and hips, which is where a lot of people over 50 start to notice aches and pains creeping in. That's why this exercise is such a game changer. It's not about doing hundreds of sit-ups or spending hours in a gym. Instead, it's one simple, functional movement that forces your abdominal muscles, obliques, and deep stabilizers to switch on and support your body as you move. Now, picture how that translates into real life. Maybe you've been sitting at your desk all day at work or stuck in traffic for an hour. Your posture slouches, your lower back tightens up, and by the time you get home, you feel stiff and sore. Adding this daily exercise is like pressing a reset button. It re-engages your core, lengthens your spine, and gets your posture back in line. Over time, that improved posture doesn't just make you look taller and more confident, it also makes everyday movements easier and less taxing. And here's something worth noting. Building a strong, functional core helps prevent falls and injuries. As we get older, balance becomes more of a challenge, and a wobbly step can lead to something more serious. But when your core is engaged and steady, you're less likely to stumble and more capable of catching yourself when life throws those little curveballs, like missing a step or slipping on wet grass. It's the kind of invisible benefit that pays off big time in your daily confidence and long-term health. So yes, you'll notice the belly shrinking and your waistline firming up, but the real gift is feeling strong, stable, and capable in your body every single day. That's the kind of confidence that carries into everything you do, whether it's playing on the floor with your grandkids, standing tall at work, or simply enjoying a walk around the neighborhood without worrying about back pain or fatigue. The beauty of this exercise is how adaptable it is, no matter where you are in your fitness journey. A lot of people over 50 worry that starting something new will be too intense, too complicated, or just too hard on the joints. But this movement is forgiving. It meets you right where you are and grows with you over time. If you're brand new to exercise, you can start slow, focusing only on body weight and proper form. No need for fancy equipment or a gym membership. You can literally do it barefoot in your living room before your morning coffee. That's the accessibility that makes it a realistic daily habit, even on those busy days when life throws errands, work, or family commitments your way. Now, let's say you're someone who's been active but feels like you've hit a plateau. This exercise still challenges your body because you can scale it up by adding light weights, resistance bands, or even slowing down the tempo to increase time under tension. It's flexible enough to grow stronger with you, and that keeps your body from falling into that same old routine trap where progress stalls. Think of it like upgrading your morning coffee order. You can start simple and then layer in more flavor, more strength, more challenge as you get comfortable. And here's the part that's really encouraging. It doesn't take hours. You don't need to carve out a huge block of time like a professional athlete. Even just a few sets each day add up. That's why it's so effective for busy Americans juggling work, deadlines, family dinners, and everything in between. You're not trying to overhaul your entire schedule. You're just slipping in a move that works hard for you in a short amount of time. And when you start to see the changes, your pants fitting looser, your energy lifting, your confidence growing, that's when consistency stops feeling like a chore and starts feeling like motivation. Another thing worth mentioning is how gentle it can be on the body compared to other fat-burning options. Running, jumping, or high-impact workouts aren't always realistic for folks dealing with joint stiffness, old injuries, or simply the wear and tear of everyday life. But this exercise, it strengthens without the pounding, it conditions without leaving you wiped out. That's why it's sustainable, and sustainability is the real secret sauce to results after 50. It's not about quick fixes, it's about creating a habit your body actually enjoys and can maintain for the long haul. So, whether you're a complete beginner just dipping your toes into fitness, or someone who's been active for years and wants to stay sharp, this daily move is versatile enough to keep you progressing. The real payoff is knowing you've found something simple, effective, and lasting. An exercise that doesn't just burn belly fat, but fits seamlessly into your life and keeps you moving strong for years to come. If this tip fired you up to take action, hit that subscribe button and share it with a friend who's ready to feel stronger after 50. Stick with me here on Vital Shape Fitness. We've got plenty more simple, powerful moves coming your way.